Talk about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has a fight coming up October 26th, in which he's supposed to be fighting a guy by the name of Nikolai Firth. Um, I'm gonna just go ahead and give you my thoughts on Deontay Wilder and give you my thoughts on this fight. All right, now Nikolai Firth has been in there with guys like Tyson Fury. He fought him in 2011. He did get stopped by Fury. He's also been in there with guys like Jonathan Banks and I believe Alexander Povetkin too. He fought Povetkin. Um, but at the end of the day, this guy hasn't, he never beat any of those world class fighters, but he has been in there in the ring with those guys, so he does have that. I guess you could say that experience. Um, this isn't really a step up for Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, and I think that Deontay Wilder's team needs to find an opponent that can challenge him, but not just challenge him, but also give him some credibility if he wins. I think that's what he really needs, not from the fans, but just from his boxing peers if he's going to get to the next level. Guys aren't going to take the risk of fighting you if you haven't paid your dues to the sport, or if you don't have the name. And that kind of goes hand in hand. To get that name, you have to beat somebody else with a name. So that's where Deontay Wilder is kind of at. Now, I have heard rumors that his team was trying to get a fight between him and Chris Arreola, and Chris's team didn't want it. Um, Probably for that reason that Deontay Wilder right now is high risk and not too much reward. You'll get some credibility from boxing fans by beating him, but even in that same breath, I think if he loses, there's going to be that crowd of people that are just going to jump out and say, "Oh, well, he just got exposed," type of deal. So I think he has to prove himself more to a lot of people. So, um, I think Deontay Wilder obviously has some talent. He possesses just natural talent, man. He's got the power. He's got those intangibles. He's got that amazing reach. Uh, but what we don't know is there's still a lot of questions like how good is his chin? What will he do if he meets someone who's a slick boxer? There's just a lot of questions about Deontay Wilder that we really don't know yet, and we're not gonna get those answers from this fight. You know what I mean? So my best advice to Deontay Wilder's team is to go ahead and get this guy in the ring with quality opposition, because what you don't want to happen is a Seth Mitchell situation or a David Price situation. One of those situations where these guys are fighting a savvy veteran who's just good enough to beat you. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what happened to David Price when he ran into Tony Thompson. And same thing happened to Seth Mitchell. So that's the danger when you build these guys up turtle slow like this. Eventually, they run into that one guy who's a lot better than the other guys that they face, and they lose. And to me, as far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna lose, the better business decision is to lose to somebody who's world class, to where you won't lose a lot of credibility if you take that loss. If you're fighting on the world stage and you take a loss, you're not going to lose a whole lot of credibility. Derek Chisora recently got knocked out by David Haye. I mean, how much credibility did he lose by getting knocked out by David Haye? You know what I mean? So things happen in the sport of boxing, but I feel like a lot of times these promoters want to protect these fighters and bob and weave the best opponents out there. What they don't realize is they're really hurting their fighter, because now if you lose to somebody that you shouldn't lose to, you're finished. You know what I mean? Like your markability is done. No one's gonna believe you could beat a world class fighter, and those type of fighters aren't even gonna bother taking that risk of fighting you because there's no reward now. There's no incentive to fight you. So Deontay really, come 2014, he's really got to step it up, and fight some better competition. Um, a lot of people have mixed feelings on the guy. I see a lot of people, either they don't like him or they do like him. Um, I think he's talented. I really do. I think that he just needs to really step up. So you guys go ahead and let me know what y'all think about Deontay Wilder. Leave me your thoughts. Will he win this fight? How will he win it? Peace.